So next is what we are going to learn is related to shared memory. We are going to see. So shared memory is like that is another form of a tool that is used to communicate between the different processes. So in this case, you will be having some shared space, and that shared space will be created. And any modification that is performed on that space will be reflected so that both the processors, it will be reading the same modified data. Okay. So for that also here we will be making use of some extra header files like these two header files. IPC interprocess communication related functions will be given in this IPC.h. SHM.h will be like shared memory related functions will be stored in this SHM.h. Okay. So here, what is the task performed is like one processor. Parent process, it will be giving some value. Here we are creating two processors, parent and child. Using the fork function, you will be creating some processors. And parent will be giving some value to the to that shared memory. Okay, some shared spaces there. To that shared memory, that value will be stored. And what the child process does, it will be taking the square. It will be multiplying with the multiplying the same value, and what it does, it will be storing the modified value into the shared memory space, and that modified value need to be given for display. So that is a task we need to do in this shared memory concept, using this shared memory concept. So here also we are able to transfer some data from the parent process to the child process. That is why it is called as inter-process communication. So here we are making use of some variables, and in order to point to the shared memory, we are making use of a pointer variable. Okay, and first you will be getting some value, integer value you will be getting. Then SHM get, using the SHM get function, you will be creating the shared memory. Okay, SHM get function will be used to create the shared memory. And first argument given here is a key value. So in what the previous thing, that is in message queue also, when you are creating the message queue, you need to give some key value. Same key value will be used by the sender and receiver processor. Similar is the case over here. You need to specify some key value over here. And second is the size. Okay, size it is mentioned here. That is 2 you will be giving. And third argument is a flag IPC create with the read write executable permission. Then, so here SHM get, if it returns a non-negative, if it is successful means it will be returning a non-negative value, and the value, it will be returning some identifier. Identifier will be returned and will be stored in which variable? SHM ID variable it will be stored. And that identifier will be attached to some memory space. Okay, so here it is given as null. Okay, memory space, there we will be pointing. If you are pointing to some target location, means that location you need to specify instead of null. Here, null it is given, which means that available processor, it will be allotting that ID to the available memory location. Available aittulla free slots pointer will be, that memory location will be attached, and that address will be stored where? SHM PTR. Okay, so first shared memory will be created, it will be returning an identifier, and then that identifier will be attached to some memory location. If the second value is given as null, then it means that to some available memory location, the ID will be attached, and that address will be stored in this SHM PTR variable. Okay, and using fork function, you will be creating the function, and if b greater than 0 means it will be a parent function. And what it does, it just assigns the value that we have entered via the keyboard into this shared memory space. Okay, so currently this SHMPTR pointing to some shared memory location. Okay, our value what the value we are giving through keyboard, that will be stored in this memory location. And child process, what it does, it will be multiplying those value, square of the value will be taken, and the modified value will be stored in that shared memory space. And you can just print the value to the output screen using the printf statement. And once this task is over, using the SHMDT, this means that detach. SHMDT means detach, which means we are detaching the assigned address from the ID. 80, what it does, SHM80 means to some ID value, address is being assigned, that is available address, isn't it? SHM80 means to that ID that is returned by SHM get function, some address that is available, it is being attached. Once the task is complete, you can free that memory location, or you will be able to free that identifier, like detaching the location from the identifier. So in order to do that task, we will be making use of SHMDT function. Okay. Now you can just run the program and see. So it will be asking for the value. So if I give the value as 5, then new value is 25. So here you can see that SHM PTR is given for display, as well as SHM PTR is loaded with the input value. SHM PTR is loaded with the input value that is given in the variable VAL. Okay, so input value was taken by the parent, and the square of that value is given by whom? The child. So in this way, you will be able to communicate between the two processes.